Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Miss Greens to you. It's your girl Angela Abron, and I'm back with another video. So for today's look, we're going to be using palette Blend Bunny's Beauty Below. And look, y'all, my nails match. Look, it's chrome. I don't know if y'all can see that. Look, and it's so pretty. And we're going to be using these 4 colors. Look at this palette. My God, look at the beauty. Now, this palette was inspired by Dark Mermaids, the dark side of mermaids. So we're going to be using all 4 colors on this side. So that's Devour, which is a purple matte, a Lure and Slay, which is this kind of, looks like maybe might be dual shimmer. I haven't tapped into that one yet. And Dark Truth, which is a green matte, and Memorizing, which is a green duochrome. Looks like it goes from gold to green. So while we do that, we are going to chop it up. I'm sorry, y'all. I got my notes here. So I wanted to also give you guys another Imagine from Kendrick Lamar's Imagines. And I'm also going to be introducing some new products while we're at it, all right? So we already got the eyebrows done. So we're going to go ahead and get into this eyeshadow primer called Thank Me Later from Elizabeth Mott. I've never tried it before. It was pretty cheap. I heard some good things about it, so I wanted to try it. And today's story is going to be called How I Met Your Mama. So the story starts off with an older Kendrick Lamar and his wife Felicia. So when I say older, I mean like late 40s. And we're going to be using the Real Technique sponge. Now this one has it's one of the newer ones that's supposed to guarantee more makeup on the face. So we're going to try that as well. So here we go. So the story starts off with an older Kendrick and his wife Felicia. They have been invited over to their oldest daughter Unique's house. Oh my God, I don't even see it. Hold up. Let's do okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do another layer just to be sure, because I'm just so used to seeing the primer, but it dang it wasn't visible on me. Okay, hold on. So I want to make sure I have enough. Okay, all right. So anyway, they're on their way to their oldest daughter, Unique house. Now they assume that Unique is going to announce that she's pregnant. Not sure why, but that's what they got in mind. So once they get there, they open the door to see all 4 of their adult children yelling, "Surprise! Happy anniversary!" And they are shocked and so happy. So they have 4 adult children. They're all in their 20s. So they have Unique, who is the oldest daughter, Isaiah, who is the youngest son, and then they have Eric and Jazzy, who are the middle children. All right, so now that we got our eyes primed, I'm going to go in with the purple, and we're going to put that into the crease. So they go over to the table and they see all this grapefruit and wow, this purple is darker than I thought. See how dark that is? Maybe I should have put that in the outer corner. And so Felicia asks, who cooked all this food? Whose idea was this? You know, like she's asking questions. So the kids start arguing and saying, it was my idea. It was me. No, it wasn't. You didn't even do nothing. So the kids are like, hey, stop that. Chill out. And Isaiah clears the air by saying, actually, you inspired the idea. And so Isaiah goes in to explain that he overheard a conversation that Kendrick and his sister was having about old school Thanksgiving dinners. And so Isaiah saying this made Kendrick very proud and happy. So they sat down and there was so much food. There was roasted turkey, chicken wings, salad, collard greens, macaroni and cheese. It was a real like Thanksgiving feast. Very nice, you know. Oh my God. Trust the process. Trust the process. So they say they grace, they start eating. And Isaiah asks, how long y'all been together again? And Felicia says, 33 years. And Kendrick adds, we've been married 20. And so Jazzy says, oh, that's so sweet. I hope and pray I find a man who is as amazing as Dad. And so Kendrick jokingly says, well, that ain't gonna happen till you're 30, so you can chill on that. And everybody starts laughing. And so, which this brings Isaiah to his next question. And he asks, how did y'all even meet? And Unique goes, oh my God, not again. Are you serious? Be quiet. She's like, you always saying something. Be quiet. And so I'm going to go in the outer corner with the dark truth green color. And Eric's like, hold on. If Isaiah want to ask a question, let him ask. Chill out. And Felicia said, I recall, and she says this to Unique. She said, I recall you being very curious about our love story when you were about 16 years old. So what are you talking about? And so Felicia says, go ahead and tell she says to Kendra, go ahead and tell them the story of how we met. And Unique sitting there with an attitude. She clearly don't want to hear it. And so Kendrick go ahead and starts the story. And we're taken into a flashback. So the story takes us back to their junior year of high school. Kendrick is in math class. And he gets a test back from his teacher. And he gets a D. Kendrick goes up to the teacher and then he complains to the teacher about the grade. And the teacher suggests him get a tutor to improve his grade. So Kendrick does just that. He goes to the school library to meet the tutor. His tutor ends up being Felicia. I'm trying to... I don't want to lose that purple in the corner, but it's getting very dark over there. I think I might need a little more green. And so, while she's teaching him, Kendrick is distracted because of how attractive and beautiful she is. And she keeps having to tell him, like, look, if you want to pass your math class and you want to graduate, you need to focus, okay? So, like, Felicia's not playing around. She's like, you're wasting my time. And so they have a couple sessions together. And later on, Kendrick gets another math test done. And when the teacher returns at this time, it's now a B. So clearly what she's been doing with him is working. So Kendrick meets back up with her and shows her the grade. She's happy for him. And so he says, I feel like I owe you. Let me take you out on a date. So she goes, okay. Now, Kendrick is surprised she even agreed because Kendrick felt like Felicia was out of his league, that, she was too good for him. So, they went on typical dates like teenagers do. They went to the mall. They would hang out at food carts, stuff like that. Okay, so now we're going to dip into the memorizing color. I'm going to put that next to the dark truth color. Ooh. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So they got really close. And for a while, things seem to be going good, They're liking each other. They're growing closer. They're getting to know each other. Everything seemed good, right? But when Felicia's parents found out that they were dating, they were having none of it. So not theirs. Felicia's parents forced them to break up. Oh my God. Felicia's parents forced them to break up because her parents didn't like the idea, or didn't like that Kendrick was related to gang members. So of course they assumed that he was involved in some of the same things. And Kendrick and Felicia obeyed. They just said, well, I guess we can't see each other no more. And they felt bad, teenage love. And then I think I'm going to go back in with the green, and I'm going to blend in between the two. Just ever so slightly. And so they end up dating different people. Felicia ended up dating a guy named Scotty, and Kendrick was dating a girl named Kiana. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, I'm going to go back and forth with those two colors. I'm sorry. I'm opening my notes just to make sure I'm on the right path. All right, so now it's senior prom. And so they're with their dates, but Kendrick is steady checking out Felicia while still being on a date with another girl. Yeah. He still wants to be with her. And so he sees an opportunity to talk to Felicia while she goes over to the food table. And so they start sparking up a conversation. It's almost like they picked up where they left off. Oh my God, I love this. This is so cute. This is really coming together. Okay. So they're talking and, having a good old time. They're even flirting a little bit, And Scotty sees this. He sees this and he goes over and interrupts. So now I'm going with that last shimmer color, which is this one. And so he demands Felicia to leave with him. And so by the look on her face, she looks back at Kendrick and he can see that she don't want to leave with him. And so Kendrick goes, hey, we were talking. And so Scotty ignores Kendrick and yanks Felicia by the arm and demands her to leave with him again. And she yanks back and says, don't put your hands on me. And so right when Kendrick's about to step up, got a couple people going on. Kiana steps in and says, why did you leave me? To talk to her? You're here with me. What are you doing? So basically, everybody's starting to argue with everybody now, right? And Kendrick dumps Kiana around the spot. He's like, man, kick rocks. Get out of here. You knew what it was. You knew I wasn't really feeling you like that. Just go. You know, like he just dumps her like it's nothing. And so I think I'm going to dip into that memorizing color, and I'm going to try to connect those two shimmers together. Because I want to drag the slate one too far. Because I feel like I'm going to have to do that, and I don't want to. So I'm just kind of smudging it. And then I'm going to go back in with the other color. And then, oh my God. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Y'all see this? Hello. This is gorgeous. So now I'm going to go back in with the slate color, and I'm just blending between the two. And so Kendrick is standing beside her. Kiana stepped away. And Scotty calls Felicia an ugly B word. And Felicia starts crying. And Kendrick is boiling. Like, he's trying to stay calm, but he is upset. He's trying so hard not to react, like physically react. And so she says, come on, Kendrick, let's just go. And so he turns back around and she goes, Kendrick, hey, don't do it. No. And so he goes, hey. And Scotty turns around like, what? He punches him in the face. And so Felicia interrupts the flashback and says, now let me remind y'all, Kendrick is only 5'7". Scotty is 6'2". And Scotty beat the brakes off of your daddy. He beat him down. And so Kendrick is getting mad because everybody's laughing. He's just like, can I finish the story? Please. And you act like I wasn't doing my thing. He goes, anyways, back to the story. And so, ooh, it's kind of bold. I think I'm going to blend out this arch. Like, see how sharp that is? I'm going to try to soften that out a little bit. So anyways, it goes from being a 2-person fight to a 10-person fight. And so as a result, Kiana, Felicia, Kendrick, and Scotty all got kicked out of the prom. Prom ruined. And so they're outside the school arguing with each other. And Kiana says, I'm done. And she just walks away and goes home. But Scotty, Felicia, and Kendrick are steady arguing. And so they both cuss out Scotty. And they look back at each other and smile. And so Scotty walks off and just like, forget it. You ain't even worth it. You ain't even all that. Whatever. I'm done. Oh my God. Look at this, y'all. Look at this darkness, this beauty below. Look. Oh my God. So at this point, Felicia just wants to go home. She's like, my prom is ruined. My date's gone. He's a total jerk. I just want to go home. I'm done. And so Kendrick offers her a ride home. So she's like, all right, cool. So the car that Kendrick had broke down before he could get her home. Felicia thought that Kendrick did this on purpose, trying to run game. So he said, no, I'm for real. I can't get the car to start back up. She's like, you knew this was going to happen. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm so for real. I would not have offered you a ride if we just going to get stranded. That's stupid. And so she was like, look, I don't live too far from here. Let's just walk the rest of the way. He's like, all right, cool. So they continue talking about the fight. They're laughing, having a good old time talking about it. And I'm going to set my look now. And so once they get to the house, she thanks him for having her back and looking out for her. He's like, of course. I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you like that. And so she's like, you want to come inside? So Kendrick, he kind of hesitates, like, I don't think I should do that. She's like, no, you need to come inside. Come on. So he goes inside the house with her. They go to the bedroom, and she gives him an ice pack for his face. They continue to talk some more and catch up, and they fall asleep. And so the next day, Kendrick sneaks out of the bedroom, and he goes home. From that time, they stayed in touch. They got back together, continued dating. They even went to the same college together. So now I'm going in with Juvia's Place liquid eyeliner. And they even stayed in touch with each other. Went to the same college. And on graduation day, Kendrick proposed. And she said yes. And that is their love story. And so everybody brought up their glass and proposed a toast. So by the end of the night, they thanked their kids for the party, for the dinner. And so when Kendrick and Felicia got home, I forgot to mention, this is present day. So, so when they got home, Felicia's getting ready to change out of her clothes. So Kendrick goes, stop. Don't keep your clothes on because I got something special for you. Just hang in there. Keep your clothes on, baby. Relax. I got this. The night's still young. So she's like, oh, okay, you got a surprise for me? What you got up your sleeve? And so Kendrick goes into the walk-in closet. I don't know why I can't get this. Okay. Yeah, these colors are so dark. It's a little hard for me to see. But I'm having to go over it multiple times so I could see the actual eyeliner. I told you this corner is really dark, but I like it. And I'm not really focused on the cat eye. I just want that corner to really pop. See how hard that is? So he comes out the closet wearing the exact same white suit he wore at the prom. Now, Felicia is cracking up laughing because the suit is too small. So it got rips and tears in it. And she's just like, what are you doing? Why you got that on? And he's like, oh, because the way my butt looks. He turns around and does a little hip hop, like bow, like this. And you can just hear the ripping in the butt. And she starts laughing even harder. And she's got tears in her eyes. She is laughing so hard. She said, oh my God, what are you doing? You are a fool. And he said, hold on, I'm not done yet. So he turns off the lights, turns on some decorative lights, and he turns on the song by Alicia Myers, I Want to Thank You. And so she's all smiling. She's like, okay, I like this. And he walks up to her and asks her to dance. She says, yes, of course. So they're slow dancing. And she's like, I cannot believe you kept that suit after all these years. He says, about the memory that's attached to them. Sorry, my stuff is acting up. He says, the memory that's attached to them. And so she's like really impressed by him holding on to that moment in their lives and realizing that he recreated their prom moment that they didn't get to have because they got kicked out. But he created it in a way that he originally wanted, you know. And so they continued to slow dance and kiss and hug the rest of the night. And that is the end of the story. I hope you guys like the story. Again, that story is in the Kendrick Lamar Imagines book called How I Met Your Mama. It's a very straightforward story. It doesn't have any plot twist like a lot of my other stories do. It's very straightforward. It's simple. The concept is very simple. You know, I actually like this one. And I had a great time writing it. I really did. Gotta get my free mascara. So, you know, it's just a classic love story of, you know, a couple get a moment to reminisce on how they fell in love and acknowledging those moments of when they knew it was love. For all the people who are couples and who watch this video, do you have a special love story of your first love or the person you're married to now? Comment down below. I would love to hear, you know, if you could just sum it up. You know, you don't have to leave a 4-page letter in the comment section. But if you could just, you know, be like, yeah, I met the love of my life when I was in high school, or I met the love of my life in the strangest way and we've been together ever since. You know, I would love to just get a little summary of y'all love stories. I really would love to hear it. I don't really have a love story like that. I mean, I have been in love before. I've been in relationships. But I think even the longest relationship I've been in, it wasn't nothing unique about it. It was just very simple. And I will tell that story when I'm ready to tell that story. But I don't really have like, I guess I don't, it is a love story, but to me it's just very simple. Like, I don't see anything truly special about it, but that's just my opinion. But I will say, I learned a lot about myself in that relationship, and I am appreciative that I had that type of relationship. Okay, we're gonna get these bottom lashes because they're acting up. We gotta put them in line. And I feel like I might need to smidge that inner corner color. You see how it's kind of fading? It's very light. Hold up. I'm trying my pinky. Hopefully I don't do too much damage. There we go. Yes. You see the difference? See how hard it's popping? Yeah, that's what I want. Hold on. Let's do it again. Yeah, buddy. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Ooh. Careful. Easy does it. Easy does it. Yes! Look at that. Oh, I love it. I'm sorry I'm getting so excited. My excitement might be cringe for some folks, but I love makeup so much. So I will leave a link in the description for my Kendrick Lamar Imagines book. I will be doing more stories. I also wanted to remind you guys to vote and comment and share on my Wattpad account. I appreciate the support so much. It means so much to me. And be sure that you're following me so you'll get all my notifications over there as well as here, because I'm kind of going back and forth between the two. So usually the announcements I have stuff coming up is going to be there first and then YouTube. So make sure you follow me so you can get all the updates, okay? You don't want to miss out. All right. I feel like I need more. I think I'm truly running out of my mascara now, which is funny because I don't know. These things are so big because I use them on a daily basis. Yeah, there we go. I use them so much. Sometimes I don't realize how much I'm actually using. But yeah, I love it, love it, love it. It's definitely giving a Halloween vibe, right? It's giving dark glam, right? It's definitely giving dark mermaid, dark siren. It's giving. Oh yes, indeed. And I'm also going to go into another new product, which is Wet n Wild's matte face primer. I'm not a big fan of Wet n Wild, to be honest. Wait, is this a cream? Hold up. Oh my God, this is a cream. Oh my God. I wasn't ready. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, wait, let me see. See? It's a cream. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for this to be a cream, y'all. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. It feels light. And it actually feels like it's seeping into my skin. It doesn't feel like it's just on the skin. It feels like it's going into it. It's moisturizing into my skin. Okay, now the more that I'm rubbing it in, the more that it's gripping. Not exactly gripping, but it's what's the word? It's hard to describe it. It's smoothing out. It's very smooth. Oh my God. Ooh. What? Ooh. Have I been sleeping on Wet n Wild? Oh my God. Oh my. This might be one of them ones. This might be one of them ones. So all the products that I use, I'm going to have in my description as well. This is the final look, y'all. I mean, look at her. Look at the, yeah. Hold up. Let me pull out this palette one more time because I'm going to be playing with this for the rest of the week. Look at, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Look how beautiful this is. Look at the greens, the purples, the pinks. It's giving dark under the sea. Okay? It's giving, look at this. I'm just loving how my nails is matching this so well. And I didn't even plan on that happening, y'all. Like, look at that. Look at, this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous palette. If you haven't tried this palette, I highly recommend trying it. Not just because of the Halloween season, but cop this one. You can find this on their website. I'm going to try to put a link in the description for that as well. I got to get going. Do me a favor, please. Subscribe to my channel. Comment your thoughts down below. Do you like this look? Are you going to try this look? Hype up this video. Hype is something new that YouTube is doing. I think this is something more towards like the algorithm. So please, let's get into the algorithm. I'm trying my best to get in there, but I need your help. I can't do it by myself. I need your help. So help me out, please. Comment your thoughts down below. Hit that like button. Please watch the video. Thank you guys for watching so much. It means so much to me. I'm trying to wrap this year up, being as consistent and active as possible. Did y'all like the Imagine story? Comment your thoughts down below. Tell me what you did like about it. Let me know what you didn't like about it, but please keep it respectful. I'm all for feedback, but we can be respectful and have conversations and be constructive, okay? Not destructive, okay? So I'm gonna see you guys next time, and as always, much love.